The journey finally begins. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. As recommended by so many Chibits, so many Chibits, I am finally bringing you anime reviews of Fullmetal Alchemist. Now, this video is mainly going to be a first impressions of episode 1 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. This is not to be confused for the Fullmetal Alchemist without the Brotherhood title. So, I'm not talking about the Fullmetal Alchemist, the original, I'm talking about Brotherhood. Now, you're probably wondering, if you're new to anime or you don't know the differences, you're probably wondering, okay, what's the difference between Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood and the original Fullmetal Alchemist? Fullmetal Alchemist is an anime original series. This follows the manga. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood follows the manga. So that's the differences right there. I wanted to clear that up if you had any questions about that. So, getting into some little more details, I have never watched Brotherhood. This is my first time sitting down and watching Brotherhood. I've watched the original anime, original Fullmetal Alchemist about 4 years ago. I think it was 2009 when I watched this. 2009 or 2010. It was a long time ago since I watched the original Fullmetal Alchemist. I remember I was still in high school at the time when I was watching it. I remember it was a summer break. I was watching Fullmetal Alchemist. It was a very good series, and I kind of speed run the entire series in about a week because it was just so fucking fun to watch. And I didn't come to find out that it was an anime original until I already finished it. And I never, for some reason, got around to actually watching Brotherhood. I don't know why, but I guess, hey, it's better late than never. At the very least, I get to share my thoughts with all of you. So, yeah, I remember slightly what goes down in the original Fullmetal Alchemist. Like, I remember some details when it comes to certain enemies, certain plot twists and stuff like that. And I don't remember everything. I don't remember everything that specifically goes down, but I remember some plot twists. And so, I don't know how different Brotherhood is going to be from the other Fullmetal Alchemist anime, because with the first episode, I just only watched the first episode, I already see clear differences compared to the other anime of Fullmetal Alchemist. Like, the way it was set up, they went straight into, like, you know, the Elric brothers were already, you know, state alchemists. That's what they were already in the first episode of Brotherhood. And I remember from the original Fullmetal that they actually showed their backstory on the first episode. So, to see that, what just shows me how different Brotherhood is already from the other anime of Fullmetal Alchemist. So I'm looking forward to seeing the different plot twist of this anime. And if anyone could clarify, how different is this from the other anime? Like, does it start diverging from episode 1? Does it start diverging from episode 2, 3? I mean, if any of you can clarify in the comments, I'd be really thankful to know that information, because I just want to know when I could truly start theory crafting if it's going to be, like, completely different compared to how the original Fullmetal Alchemist is. So anyways, getting into some details. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I have to say, it's been a while since I've seen the content of Fullmetal Alchemist, and to see how the introduction of this first episode was done, now I'm starting to see why Fullmetal Alchemist is top 10 on my anime list. Now, you shouldn't 100% always believe my anime list with its rankings, but now I understand why so many truly enjoy this series. Just to start alone lets me know how good this series is and what I should really expect. Like, if I was a newcomer to the series, like if I was a newcomer to the franchise, I had no idea what it was about, this first episode of Brotherhood did a damn good job with introducing some of the themes, some of the things that, you know, our characters are trying to strive for, you know, the situation what our characters are in, the concept, the world aspect, everything that was introduced in the first episode of Brotherhood was intriguing. It really got my interest, because I forgot about some specific little details about the series, and coming back into this first episode and seeing some certain things, it just made my hype for the original series grow a whole lot more. Now I'm interested to actually binge watch this series. Now, at the moment, I have no idea how I'm going to be tackling these anime reviews. I don't know if I want to review it, like, episodically. I don't know if I'm going to watch, like, an entire disc and then review a disc. I have no idea at the moment. I'm just saying that right now. I'm just doing a first impressions for the sake of it, to let you all know I have finally begun Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. That's pretty much what this video is. Now, one thing I do want to point out when it comes to this, I'm watching the dub. I am watching the dub of Fullmetal Alchemist. There's just, the amount of people recommending dub is just, like, fucking ridiculous. Like, I mean, I swear, there's about compared to the subs, there's about 400 people. I promise you, there's probably 400 people saying you need to watch this dub. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll watch it dub. And if I remember correctly, I watched the original Fullmetal Alchemist in dub. Food for thought to let y'all know. I did watch the original in dub. I never watched it sub. And I realized that after I sat down to actually watch this. I'm like, oh wait, didn't I watch it in dub? It dawned on me I did, and so I decided to start it in dub too. That was another major factor why I started in dub. The dub so far, from what I can see from the first episode, very solid. It's the same voice actors from what I remember of the original, so that's good. I'm glad they got the voice actors again. I noticed a lot of reoccurring Dragon Ball Z type characters in the Fullmetal Alchemist dub, which I love. I love getting to hear these famous Dragon Ball Z characters like Trunks' voice actor, Piccolo's voice actor, like Armstrong. Oh my god, Armstrong is hilarious. That was a funny scene in this first episode. I forgot how amazing he was. I forgot how amazing Armstrong was from the anime. Like, his scenes, busting through walls, destroying shit. He was just so funny. And to see how the episode ended with him, you know, doing a pose with his body and his clothes off, it's like, yep, that's Armstrong. So yeah, that's pretty much the episode. That's my first impressions of Brotherhood. Like I said, I slightly know what is going down at the moment because some of the things are slightly similar to the original anime, but I'm already starting to see some key differences, especially with how the first episode was done. But one thing I do want to point out was that little girl I saw in this episode with Use. That little girl. Was that who I thought it was? Like, isn't that the girl that, you know, I think I'm right. I don't want to spoil newcomers to Fullmetal Alchemist, but ain't that the, you know what I'm talking about. I think I'm correct, because if that is, I remember these type of events taking place in this first episode, not happening until around episode, at the very least, episode 10 or above in the original Fullmetal Alchemist. So, wow. So, either A, the series jumped in time and is telling the future first before it goes into the past, or damn, the original anime was anime original since the very beginning. One or the other, but from what I could see, I feel like that little girl is who I think it is. I think it is. And if it is, I'm not prepared for that. I'm really not prepared for that scene again. I'm really not. I remember watching that for the first time. I remember going after Clan Adam and going to Fullmetal Alchemist, and I saw that scene. I'm like, you fucking kidding me. Like, what's with this depressing shit? So, anyways, tell me your thoughts. You all have a wonderful day or not, wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.